Yo, what's up gamers? Thank you for joining me today for counting down the top 10 pine trees in video games. Yes, this is Link Legend of Zelda. It's the one where you're playing as Princess Zelda. It's the actual one that you can call Zelda, and you can say, yeah, no, that's Zelda. I'm playing Zelda. And you're playing Zelda, the Wand of Gamelon. It's the new well, it's not new anymore, but when it came out, it was new. And this is Tetris. It's the classic becomes a Tetris in the CD1. Or the Philips CDI. Right there, back there. You see them? Pine trees. These next pine trees are right down there. There they are, right down there. Right there. And then there's even more right here. It's very true to life pine trees, sparsely branched. It's not like your normal. Every pine tree in video games is always like a full pine tree. That's from Captain Planet and the Planeteers. Those are very realistic pine trees, very nicely done. This is Deadly Premonition, and of course, any game like this, we all know that any game like this, it's like a spooky game. Pine trees is like the spooky tree. When you go to Greenvale and you're in the nature preserves, there's all the pine forests. They're in a preserve for the forests, for the pine trees.
Hello, and thank you for joining me.
Anytime there's fog, anytime there's mystery, there's pine trees. Pine trees are the tree of mystery. This is just like, what did I say? As soon as you see that setting, it's Welcome to Lake Haven. It's Chrysalis, not Crystalis for the NES. This is Chrysalis. It's a different game. Or it's Welcome to Lake Haven. It's a different game. Spooky atmosphere with pine trees. Of course, what do we have here? More nice, realistic looking pine trees and a nice hot scully. This is the X-Files, Resist or Serve, but also there's this PlayStation 1 game. It's just called the X-Files game. And it's got realistic photographs, and you can see right there in the background, real pine trees. And every game wants to be just like X-Files. See right there, right in the back. They're shadowy, but you can see them. And that's just from the X-Files game. But then there's this one too. That's so nice, but I think it's covered in snow. And snow-covered pine trees are a different list. These are pine trees that aren't covered in snow. Fable is a video game that's not covered in snow. And it's a video game where you smash orcs and like werewolves with hammers and arrows, and it's called Fable, and you can choose to be good or bad, but either way the pine trees in that game are still good no matter what you choose to be. This is another game where you kind of choose to be what it is. You could choose to be bad or good. It's called Skyrim. I don't know if you guys have heard of Skyrim, or everyone's heard of Skyrim. Everyone's probably played Skyrim before, you guys. And it's got all these different pine trees. And there's different modifications you can get. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter. It's just taking up space in your hard drive. This is Sonic. Everyone loves Sonic. These are the pine trees. It's a unique pine tree design, and they're from the Hilltop Zone. And it's like a pine tree that you don't really see too much of. It's a very Sega Genesis pine tree. Watch out for the lava. But otherwise, please do enjoy those pine trees. This next one is Chrysalis. Remember when we were talking about, they also call it Sonata. It's also called something else, but it's really called Chrysalis. It's really called Chrysalis. And look at the forests. There's those pine trees. Those are really cool looking pine trees. And you see them right up there. This game has a bunch of different trees and very good pine trees right there. And as you can see right there, there's